Let's do this, man. Let's absolutely do this. See which champions these guys are going to be beginning with. Comrade versus Maestro. VENGEURR versus RAISY. I am on RAISY to start with. He's going BJ. We're going full Beach back to back. And the dual wield is out to start with. VENGEURR making a statement and getting the quick first frag.
Before he even grabs the Mega, just LG straight into dual wield and bye-bye, you're gone. Needs to be careful though, straight onto the clutch is RAISY.
He's going to try and hold him back. He knows he's got to defend this one, and it's going to be tight. Shotgun hurts, and there's another blast. We're going to get a clutch that's probably going to come right back at RAISY. He's managed to get the lightning gun. Hourglasses, there's a good little route that RAISY's secured. And I think VENGEURR wants to shut it down. There is the shield just blocks his way for a second, but there's some good defensive play from RAISY. He should be able to hold on to this one, possibly. A shield back for him. Shotgun. Oh my god.
1 HP.
One.
One is the loneliest number, and that is exactly what VENGEURR is on. As it's just Galena all by her lonesome, and RAISY looking to take this first round looks pretty strong. That Honda Civic is hard to beat.
Honda Civic still needs some hourglasses at the moment. There should be some down in this little cubby hole below, but RAISY is on the escape. Galena's very difficult to play versus Clutch, but if you can keep Clutch at bay with not too much stack, not at its like full natural armor, you know, there's definitely room to push him off the map. Push it. That. The car. Robot.
Roadhouse. But RAISY playing very slow over in the banana, just waiting for sound cues. And VENGEURR trying to snuff him out, figure out where this car is so he can get it repoed here. RAISY makes a move onto the 50 shard. Looks like he did give up both items, but that's okay by him as he has the champ advantage.
VENGEURR needs to find a little bit more damage really soon. Ooh, there's another totem. Get rid of that one. But there's going to be another... There's going to be more light armors for RAISY fairly soon. Oh, you got to hit the rails. Every rail matters so much against Clutch. Mega's going to be up in a second. RAISY's going to be late for that one. And I don't know timing or the route that he had. All of a sudden... Okay. Big rail.
VENGEURR misses the follow-up, and RAISY's trying to get all up in there. Teleporter play comes out. Good rocket. RAISY makes his way onto the heavy, and that stack is fat. The LG is pretty good, though, but the chase will actually send him flying through the TP with that defensive rocket. Well done by RAISY to kind of avoid the danger, but the danger's not over yet, as they might meet over at this Mega. Great initial rocket, and VENGEURR is crippled now, and RAISY... Oh, that was terrifying. Don't ever do that again, my heart. The rail, fantastic from VENGEURR.
Another! Oh my god. VENGEURR's really getting creative with these angles, and pressure is on RAISY. His stack is very low. There's a light armor for him. VENGEURR's control is starting to look a little bit better now. RAISY's got to be careful not to accidentally flip himself into the out of bounds. Totem gets destroyed. RAISY, this is a good chase. Last bolt of lightning connects, and that is going to be Galena versus Galena.
That was a really good air rocket. Not enough to kill, but at least sending a message of, remember me! But now it's Galena v Galena, as you mentioned. 2 seconds left. The rail will miss. VENGEURR will secure the heavy. Does have a totem up in case of this fight. The LG damage is brilliant into a rail. And that is fantastic play by VENGEURR. I'm not sure if he saw him.
The LG that he gets up that stairwell with the rail, like that's his special right there. He just does that for breakfast. And RAISY is just like, boom! I'm not good for this world anymore. Get me out of here. And VENGEURR's gonna get the first round.
Yeah, that was rough. That was a very close first round, but the ending there not quite what RAISY was looking for. Can he turn it around? Can he stabilize?
VENGEURR at the start of round 2. He's got heavy that he can go to. I think he's going to want rail, maybe. Yep. Full rocket jump up. And I think the dual wields could be coming out shortly. Oh, beautiful shot.
Great rail from VENGEURR. RAISY hasn't hit one yet. Only fired 2, but interesting to see. Ooh, that rocket was almost gorgeous.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go direct. Some crazy stuff on the sideline. Here's that bounce pad. Gonna block off that passage. Over towards the heavy. Wenger has got immense control on the map at the moment. Now it's time to capitalize on this. Get close. Get funky. There's some good defensive rockets from RAISY. He's still hanging around on that tri-bolt corner, making life difficult and annoying for Wenger. Oh, that's good. That is really good.
Yeah, that pop rocket actually kind of gave Wenger enough to clear the corner and close in on that kill. So that's unfortunate for RAISY, but he does have the clutch. Eats a rail. He's going to make around the corner to T-Con. Shield comes out, and he's going to try and press this with a shotgun into the mining drill, and the shotgun switch will actually get the frag. 6 HP, and then he will get the mega immediately.
So there's fine lines between these two players at the moment. RAISY does get mega. He gets a light armor. He is getting pushed a little bit and struggling to get around this small type block. Now he wants to stabilize a little bit. Shotgun into shield. Mining drill. He's got to hit it, and he does with 8 health this time. Now the clutch is surely going to come right back, and just the same as last time, he's got mega to refuel on.
That was perfect timing by RAISY. Now he's really cooking with gas here as he hits that opening rail. Really well done. He's going to drop down and get this fast food drive-through armor as well. Another fantastic rail as the jump over from Wenger comes out. The shotgun comes out from RAISY, and he picks him out of the sky. And wow, ties it up at 1.
Absolutely no pun intended, but these clutch shots coming out from RAISY are unreal. He's always so low at the end of the fight. Get it out. Get it out the way. Get it out the way. He was, I don't know, 3 health, 6 health, whatever it was at the end of those fights. He was just working with nothing, and Wenger was just so close to pushing him over the edge.
Yeah, and that's got to be so frustrating because it's just another cell of shaft, an HMG bullet away every time. And RAISY timing out those fights so he can stack back up immediately afterwards. Looking really strong here. Ooh, that rocket into rail. You're out the club. Get out.
Really sick from Wenger. Was there another player that went through? It is the clutch. So Wenger hesitating about going over towards the heavy armor. He's got to watch out now. Get the dual wield out. Dual wield it. Do it. Just do something. Force like some damage out.
Saving it for Mirage, dude. All right, you leave that boy alone. But just like that, we're back to clutch. Big clutch as RAISY closes the gap.
RAISY hiding. Found him. Rail for a rail. Shield's being used. It's going to be for the Russian now for Wenger. Ooh,
what a rail!
Oh, what? What was that shot there through the teleporter?
Can we nerf Wenger?
Oh my god. His rails on this map are out of this world. I'm not even joking. It's unbelievable what he's hitting, and he's just going to land a couple more. That is going to be around for Wenger, setting him up for map point.
That was absolutely insane string of rails from Wenger, and he wants it. You could tell. He's like, what are we doing here? Stop this dance. Just give me the trophy. I'm going to go retire real quick. I'm going to have a week off. It's going to be fantastic.
That was unbelievable. I don't know what I just witnessed. That like pre-fire rail. We're just reaching next levels now in Quake Champions where the angles are so fluent for these pros. Dual wield, Wenger. Under a bit of pressure. Does spam out the rockets a little bit, but he's got to fade away, get that first mega of the round. And probably pick up a few hourglasses. Oh, the LG rocket is just going to be enough as he gets the first frag of this round.
Yeah, great job. A very, very close fight as RAISY really wanted that LG, but it cost him his life. But here comes the refrag, as we've seen so many times already. RAISY immediately getting that refrag with clutch.
What's important for Wenger there is to make sure he just gets as much damage as he can onto clutch during that period. He did actually pretty well. However, items are up everywhere. Oh my
what
god,
a rail!
Another one? He's going to find him up at the top. He's got to hit something. Rockets he's looking for. Rail into mining drill. I think it's going Super Saiyan.
Oh, that rocket was almost gorgeous here as Wenger going to double back through the telly, try and keep him off of rockets. But here comes the rocket barrage from RAISY. Goes through the Telly almost runs into a totem. That would have been quite the speed bump for this Honda Civic, but now slowing it down, stacking it back up. Mega's up and 2. It looks like he's going to miss out on that. Or trap RAISY up here. Here's the jump pad. Misses the rail.
Get those. Gotta get those. Do not underestimate how much time Wenger has spent practicing the movement on Clutch, by the way. His movement is so... He makes it look easy as well. That rocket almost hitting his target. Mining drill. Hurt a lot. He gets one good rocket at the end, and there's going to be items up really, really soon. What's the spawn like? Galena's over at rockets. Is there going to be a challenge over for the heavy armor? I think Venger's going to be able to get that cleanly, and RAISY's going to wait with Mega.
Ooh, just under the feet of RAISY. Wenger misses that rail. Players did trade the items. RAISY does have a pocket totem. Wenger not so fortunate for the time being. Rail miss from RAISY and Wenger. But the rocket through the teleporter is fantastic. Follow-up not so much. Totem goes down, but RAISY's still railable here. Grabs that 25 to get him out of danger for the time being. Hits a rail of his own.
Did he get that totem help? I think he did. There's a light armor up at the connector, there should be. He's going to give up that heavy, and now this round is really, really close. Could definitely see RAISY pushing us over to a tiebreaker round.
RAISY playing real slow, waiting for that totem to come back up. I don't think either player has gotten the overstack quite yet, but the rails from RAISY, phenomenal. Wenger absolutely crippled. The last rail will miss. RAISY trying to close the gap here, 24 HP.
Oh my god. He's trying to hold on. Rocket jump up. He's just missed out on it, and now all of a sudden RAISY's really weak. Wenger just found himself the light armor, the mega health bubbles, and so on. No rails left for RAISY. He needs to heal up. I thought Wenger was a dead man walking.
That was insanely close. RAISY lets him get away, and Wenger totally turning this around now. Has the ability to close this out. Not by eating totems like that, but... And a rail as well. RAISY doing a good job of getting himself back in the control. But just like that, the rock. Oh my god! That's how it ends?
Oh, that's how it ends, Forty. That is how it ends. The rocket just pops him right over the little wall, and you're done. You're shut down. That is the map going to Wenger.
Oh my god, I'm not a baker, but apparently that is how the cookie crumbles, as Wenger will take that first map 3-1.
Oh
wow. I didn't expect it like that. I didn't expect it like that. One well-placed rocket and you're out the club. Man, such good rails from both players. And look at that, just like up and over the wall, you're out of there.
Oh, I don't know if I'm disgusted, pleased, excited, aroused. I think maybe a combination of all four of those.
Why not all of it?
Wenger, I mean, it's going to be his map pick. He's really, really good at Awoken. And despite that happening, the challenge was hot and heavy between those two Galenas. It was impossible to tell who was going to come out of that specific round. But the rails are definitely something that struck me with awe. Wenger's rails, man. What the hell?
Yeah, so crispy. And some of the angles were absolutely insane. So... I wonder if he has some angles up his sleeve for Vale of Pnath, as that's going to be the second map we go into. In terms of picks, you thinking about the same from these players?
I'm expecting... Yeah, actually, yeah. I think I'm expecting the same. But maybe RAISY will do something like Keel, Clutch, and Galena. That's possible. No,
Keel was banned.
Oh, okay.
Sir.
Of course it was. Thank you for the
It's all right.
reminder.
Just keeping everyone out there on their toes. I like that. That's why I like casting with you.
There you can see all the maps there. Blood Covenant, Corrupted Keep. I missed the one right at the end, but we'd definitely go over to a Blood Covenant. Remember, guys, it is best of 5. First to win 3 maps. This is the one guy, RAISY, who was able to take Vale away from Rafa at Italy, at the Italy Esports Open. He lost it once against Rafa 2 in the first part of the grand final. Then the second part of the grand final, he took it. Wenger, sorry, the only other person I think I've had close game with Rafa was Kilson, where the Hand of God came in. And Wenger really tried his very best on Vale. Didn't do a bad job. I've got to expect this to go to RAISY, however, fully.
Well, let's see if your prediction is correct, as RAISY's going to get the God spawn, if you will, with that Galena. LG straight into Rockets. And Zemega. VENGEURR trying to make his way to LG right now. Barely squeaks by, and RAISY does not want to go through that telly. Controlling the top map with totems is so important.
It's going to be a kind of race to keep that control going at the top, and we should see some interesting repositioning between the players to determine how it happens. Oh, VENGEURR clocks onto him. Good combos, but there's a totem on the exit still. Oh my god, that LG that he hits. VENGEURR just waiting patiently for his turn in the queue to get past. Did he get that heavy in? What did he do?
He actually delayed for the totem to disappear, but he still went through and got hit by the totem, then missed the jump, and then he had a moment of silence, and then he got the heavy.
Ah, understood.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the totems didn't get deleted quick enough, so VENGEURR's got to shake that off, even though he's pretty upset about that. Shield comes out. VENGEURR needs to escape through the rocket room here as RAISY pushing aggressively with that shotgun, and will get that refrag. So good off the spawn with Clutch.
So now VENGEURR's going to try and get his own frag going with Clutch. However, he wasn't able to do a lot of damage to RAISY. He has got so much to work with. But the shield's been popped. Mining drill out, going versus LG. And now RAISY's going to be able to get his shield right back up. 1 health to go. He can't get the frag straight away on VENGEURR, and so the LG just spams through. Nicely done.
Oh
RAISY.
my god. Refrags for days on this map. Nice small spaces, very high and tight as the dual LG comes out from VENGEURR, and he will melt. Crazy 25 HP, and all of those fights were so close. I think at one point VENGEURR had 2 HP. Maybe that was RAISY. It's just a bloodbath out here.
It absolutely is. You know, and when we go beyond the Galenas, it really does turn into a lot of kind of refragging capabilities between the players. It's a measure of your combat skills and how effective you're going to be able to use, you know, the strong points of your champion. And look at that, VENGEURR just holds still with study shotgun, and he's looking decent somehow.
Yeah, just saying, keep your head still. I'll be your thrill with that shotgun and takes him down, but he has to worry about this Clutch. Again, the refrag capability so high with this Clutch. He's going to go up the trampoline. The chase comes out with the shotgun. RAISY trying to end this now. But I think VENGEURR does a pretty good job of getting away. Has a totem, but doesn't get it down in time, and the shotgun ends up killing him anyway. 17 HP.
Well, RAISY's got to be careful now because VENGEURR is hot on his heels. Goes through the teleporter. There's going to be heavy in a moment. VENGEURR misses out on his rail shot. There's one landed. And then the mining drill surely going to shut down RAISY. And it's a race over towards the mega health now. But RAISY is left spawning in this heavy room where there's not loads for him to take.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate here. Doesn't have rockets yet. He's going to make his way over to the LG. Will he tempt fate by going into the rocket room? He won't. He might actually get caught out here as VENGEURR waiting. Good initial rocket. Dual wield comes out. The heavy's up. Another fantastic rocket, and surely this is it. Shotgun is out. Goes through the telly. A little bit of fancy footwork trying to make something happen, but the flick shot onto his face puts him up 2-0. VENGEURR looking super strong.
Yeah, what the hell's happening with VENGEURR? I mean, he didn't have the shield up or anything, and he was just hitting truckloads of damage over there. And as soon as RAISY started to actually press forward, he had about 20 points of health left, so absolutely owned in that round, surprisingly. And the RAISY couldn't get out on the refrags quite as effectively.
And RAISY needs to do something effectively as he is down 0-2. Needs to turn this around. Already down a map as well. It's all spiraling out of control for RAISY.
Well, let's see if he can hold it together. This is definitely a matchup. Oh god, right through the teleporter. RAISY does have the BJ, but he's going right back up the bounce pad. So one of his refrag champions has now been eliminated from contention. I think with the dream start, looking to make this a 2-0 and put himself on match point. But RAISY's got so many resources right now. VENGEURR, he needs to get some damage, but that is a brilliant cleanup from RAISY. That is insane damage.
Yeah, I like the thought there. VENGEURR tries to throw down the totem to make a little bit of speed bump for RAISY. Unfortunately, it doesn't activate in time, and RAISY with the shotgun, superb blast to the face.
Here comes heavy. VENGEURR set up, waiting for it. However, shield is back now for RAISY. Mega has just spawned. Both stacks are pretty good. Definitely would favor RAISY for the moment, especially with a rail land like this. Oh god. I think VENGEURR's going to go down over here. They're waiting for the shields to clear up. Wenger tries to maximize things, but it's not to happen. He's got BJ. His only way to try and win this round is to refrag, I think, on the clutch ASAP.
Yeah, he's got about a 10-second window. I don't know if he knows it, but RAISY doing the smart thing, going straight for the shards here. Wenger will get in on the heavy. Could double back for the Mega. The chase through the telly is going to happen, and the shield back up just in time, and this could turn around very poorly for Wenger, and it does. The mining drill takes him out. So RAISY puts himself on the board.
Absolutely mental plays going on Vale right now. What I wanted to say before is that since Wenger has beaten RAISY the last 4 times they've met each other, and there's the only 4 wins Wenger has on RAISY, I wonder if this is just like a question of matchups here, that Wenger just has RAISY's number for the moment. But what I'm glad to see is that RAISY's fighting back in this map, a map I think he should be winning, and starting to look better and better. The comeback is still possible. Ooh, that almost
I was terrified that was going to knock him off of that jump. Dual wield comes out, pushing Wenger back, but he hangs in there and shoots a fantastic set of rails. Takes down RAISY.
Wenger's got to be careful, though. This is really important. He needed that entry rail, because that slows down RAISY a little bit and makes him want to pick up a couple of items before going fully in for it. And he keeps on landing these rail shots, actually. Through the teleporter. Mega health now for Wenger. He could challenge clutch in this part of the round.
Yeah, the rail is very, very much so on for Wenger right now. Looking really, really good. RAISY actually hitting 75% himself. Not utilizing it as much as Wenger, but Wenger hitting the rails he needs to keep this clutch out and keep him low.
Oh, God,
in the rocket jump. Tactical.
RAISY knows he pushes through that teleporter. He takes a totem. I'd kind of like to see more totems from Wenger up at the top, actually. Oh, never mind.
Ooh.
I think RAISY's found another way he wants to clear them. Wenger's just chilling. He's looking to get some dart. Oh my God, that was a big amount of damage. LG. Wenger needs a way off of this. That shield is about to tick past through the teleporter again.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Some of these rails that he's hitting are just unbelievable. He's just kind of, it's just instinctive somehow. Checking the teleporter exit. And I'd love him to guard those hourglasses a little longer. I think that would be really, really sick.
Death is the only release.
Yeah, Wenger doing a good job, but allowing RAISY to potentially get them back. The shield will be up regardless in 2 seconds. Could be in the nick of time. The rockets are so strong, and the shield comes out. Makes it easy. That was a layup.
There's a good spawn, though, for Wenger, and immediately repressures, gets the refrag, has access to the mega health, has access to plenty of armor, and Galena left for RAISY. I mean, I feel like we're going to be moving over to another map in a moment. Rocket, so close to hitting.
The chase comes in. The defensive rockets are fantastic, but the LG is stronger. 10 HP. Oh, 6. You need to be careful. Please don't do that. So we're down to a 1v1. Wenger on the BJ, looking to try and melt this Galena. The stack on Wenger is so good, and he's going to get in on this Mega. RAISY licking his wounds over in the rail room. Does have a totem to work with.
Wenger's got to watch out in the rail room, though, because RAISY is so good at fighting in here. And I almost feel like RAISY wants to bait him into this area, because he's just so good on his feet. He just understands everything about how combat operates in that part of the map.
Oh, does he see his feet? Not a bad initial rocket there, and the rocket jump is very clean this time from Wenger, as he makes a great move towards the Mega and secures this one as well, locking RAISY out of the items.
Surprise.
Not quite. Very close. RAISY playing Metal Gear Solid here. He'll get caught out with the dual shaft, and Wenger will melt him over by the LG. And that'll be another 3-1 for Wenger. He's 1 map away from being the champion.
This is where you close it, though, Wenger. This is where you kind of show how hungry you are for the W. He's sick and tired of getting second places in any other places in Quake Open League. He had 3 on the trot between Season 2 and Season 4, I believe. Oh wait, is this or season 3? But one of those, he's had like top 8s, top 4 finishes. He's never had a top 1. This would be a beautiful time to shut it down. And in style like this, remember, these guys never ever met up at the Italy Esports Open. VENGEURR was not able to get past that obstacle, which was Rafa. However, RAISY was. And let's see what map we're going to go into next, actually. It's going to be Blood Covenant. So if we do finish on Blood Covenant, I don't think we're going to get clutch between either of these guys here.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what picks are coming out, but VENGEURR is really cooking up something special here. 3-1, 3-1, 2 in a row. Can he sweep the grand finals 3-0 and become the champion? I don't know. We're very close. We're very close.
Man, that would be wild. And I think if VENGEURR does do that, it kind of shows that maybe RAISY's kryptonite is VENGEURR. Because at the moment, so many people are struggling to play versus RAISY, but VENGEURR's someone who's recently been quite consistent at being able to take him down. So if RAISY can win, that's overcoming a huge demon. But otherwise, VENGEURR maybe is the anti-power to him, if that makes sense.
The anti-pasta, if you will, as the Galenas come out, Beej is locked in, and clutch from RAISY. No fear.
Wow.
We're going clutch again. Let's do it again. Run it one more time. Let's do the time warp. But this could be potentially the last map of the grand finals. If you were to bet, you got it on RAISY. What do you think? You think VENGEURR's going to close this out strong 3-0?
I actually think VENGEURR's going to close this one out. I'm very surprised that we're seeing clutch picked on Blood Covenant. That, to me, that means it's got nothing to do with the map. It's got to do just between these two individuals battling minds, and they really just want to show each other who's got a better clutch. It's like nothing more. And I think RAISY's like, come on, I've got a few more maps. I've got to be able to start getting my clutch working now.
I agree. As we're going to get into map number 3, Blood Covenant of the grand finals, RAISY versus VENGEURR. Let's see. Clutch versus BJ. Let's see if RAISY's too fast, too furious here. So immediately going for that super shotgun. Good rail from VENGEURR immediately.
Do not underestimate how difficult it is to actually play a clutch on a map like this. Like any map, really, but definitely a map like this where there are open angles. You've got to be quick. You've got to avoid damage. You've got to manage your ability very well. These two guys have probably been the biggest clutch players in Europe all year long. It'll be an interesting clash of literally titans. Titan bots. Never mind. I don't know where I'm going with that.
Titan Clash 5000.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's flail together, Zoot. Hold my hand. As RAISY playing very patiently, very quietly in that stairwell. We'll grab the LG. VENGEURR waiting on top of bridge. Both players not afraid to just walk around, survey the map, and see what's going on. Again, RAISY has quite the hole to dig himself out of. Down 2 maps early. VENGEURR must be feeling pretty good. Both maps 3-1, 3-1. And they just narrowly avoid each other for the time being as VENGEURR looks the wrong way.
VENGEURR's trying not to run right into him. That's the one thing. He's getting a couple of sound cues. Alright, I can re-gauge my clutch sensor. We've got big items coming up shortly. RAISY's trying to set a trap. Whereas VENGEURR is trying not to be trapped. Neither of them are really actively trying to fight out in the open. Here we go, bounce pad is used, and VENGEURR is able to force out the shields of this.
That was a phenomenal job. Getting a rocket off, doesn't take damage, and now he can catch him out if he can find him.
Wow, he doesn't even commit to the hourglasses because he realizes if he picks up those 3, he'll be out of position, will take a lot of damage, and still won't have his shield back up. So he leaves it immediately. Oh god, he almost overcooks that jump.
Oh, the rails, are they enough? No. RAISY will get the mega. That's insane. Shields back up to very important to note. Yeah,
I don't know.
VENGEURR doesn't have any more rails.
Okay, I was gonna say because it was such a sick decision to use the dual wield rail then, but nothing else came out.
Yep. He's like, oh, I should have gotten more ammo before I did that, but now VENGEURR might get caught out at heavy here. The shield comes out. He will pick up the heavy to steal it from RAISY, but RAISY trying to make him pay. Mining drill comes out. Is it enough? RAISY will jump over him, and the rail from Wenger will win him that duel. And 50 HP as he's trying to grab as many 25s as he can. And that is a big first frag getting rid of that clutch.
Venger's still super low. He is going to back away. Rocket not quite hitting. He's even trying on the machine gun. Wenger doesn't even go for that light armor. Again, I thought he put it out of position, but dual wield has now been popped. Venger's got that advantage. And he's going with the tri-bolt, trying to get some extra damage on this. Heavy armor, you want to take it? It might cost you. At the end of the day, Wenger has to leave. Maybe getting the mega health. Maybe not.
Yeah, going through that telly has heavy machine gun. Unfortunately, a dual wield tri-bolt not as lucrative as he thought, and he could get caught out here. The shaft battle, he's just going to commit and take it, and he will take down RAISY. Again, surviving with about 30 HP. The passive will heal him back up, and he has a 25 to work with as well. Here comes the aggressive rocket jump. Getting back in on that heavy, trying to do damage. It's up in 2. Great rail falling down. He's going full Michael Douglas right here.
What?
So many rails. And RAISY had to have seen that coming, but he commits to the cross, and Wenger is up 1 round.
Okay, these rails are just going absolutely nuts from Wenger. Okay, we move into round 2. Surely RAISY's going to be able to fight back right now. Otherwise, Wenger is truly the RAISY counter, and I'm sure other pros are going to be asking him what the hell is his secret sauce.
Yeah, there's definitely something in there. There is a secret ingredient as the MG comes out early. That heavy machine gun doing so much damage. Wenger's going to try and drop. Nope, he's going to make his way over to rail instead. He says, I've been hitting a lot with this, so I kind of want this gun. RAISY with a good return rail of his own. Says, I can still hit these shots too, don't forget.
Roll flick, doesn't switch to the rail in time. Up the bounce pad, more damage. Oh, there's a missed jump there from Wenger. I was half expecting the rocket jump to come out. That's some nice damage, actually. Wenger's got to be careful, but the machine gun will take him down in time. RAISY's got an enormous stack, is going to fight versus the clutch. But you know what? With this kind of stack, I wouldn't even really be afraid of him.
Yeah, giant stack. Wenger trying to get as many weapons as he can here. He has rail, he has rockets, and he has the shield. Shotguns come out. Can it be enough? The mega, he'll get bullied off of it. A little bit of mining drill damage. Another rail, but the shotgun in the end will win out with 31 HP. Wenger, that mega was everything. That was a great play.
Well, we got heavy, though. He needs to find some damage, but he's got no rockets to get himself back up. RAISY might be in a little bit of trouble. He's still working it out here with mega health coming up in a second. There's the shield.
Wow, mining drill melts him.
Guys are so
Both
good
players hitting 57% rail.
Wow. Okay. Padding their stats with clutches, I don't know. Okay, what the hell? 7 rails fired by RAISY, 27 fired by Wenger.
Just a little bit more. Just a little.
Just a little.
Yeah, more rails than the 310 to Yuma here as RAISY playing passively behind that pillar. He's going to push in with the shotgun. Shotgun comes out. The nail gun, is it going to be enough? And it will! Wenger wins out on that battle, and RAISY has to be a little upset at that, as Wenger will get the mega as well. So his stack not looking so bad. The rails come out on the bridge. Totems come out as well. RAISY hitting everything now. 5 HP. Wenger will
RAISY
somehow
leaves?
survive.
I don't know why RAISY left that fight, actually. He had him down. Maybe he ran out of ammunition or something along those lines. Wenger is getting energy with the items he's been picking up lately, and that mega health is going to spawn shortly. Oh, he hits... No, can't quite land the combo. Rocket jump out. This guy's going bananas.
Oh my god, there's the totem to try and save him. 37 HP, and RAISY will take down Wenger. And wow, that was very close. Ties it at 1. But we're seeing so much rail damage come out. This is insane.
Yeah, I want to get the scoreboard back up as soon as I can to keep on checking on this. RAISY with a round on the board. It's going to be a relief for him. But it's time to get a little bit more done. We are on Wenger's map, but currently at this kind of stage, it doesn't matter too much because beyond the first picks, I really think they're both excellent at all the maps remaining in the board.
Those rockets are so good from RAISY as he's going to pop dual wield, and he wants to close the gap, rail out, and yeah, when in doubt, rail out, and he'll nail that shot. 25 HP, but he has a lot to work with on this side of the map. Taking down VENGEURR early.
VENGEURR doesn't go with the clutch, actually. He wants to go with BJ versus BJ to try and tie this up. Dual wield out. RAISY going to stick back a little bit, try not to take extra damage. See the spam shots coming in. There's the dual wield, and RAISY's like, and now it's my turn.
Yeah. Bit of a misplay there from VENGEURR. I think after he popped it and realized he couldn't get a lot of damage, he should have just backed off. He had to have seen that coming. But RAISY should have seen this coming as the rocket jump will barely let him escape. 16 HP. And VENGEURR looking to get this refrag.
I thought that was so sick from RAISY. Why is he here? There's nothing in here. He can't land the last rail in time. Despite that really disgustingly good escape, VENGEURR gets the next kill. He doesn't have a shield though, and with this heavy in RAISY's hands, he's looking to put himself onto a map point.
Shield comes out, and here's the chase. The game's afoot, Zoot. As VENGEURR making his way towards heavy, he's really backed himself up, but that LG is so strong. And RAISY just gives him a layup and says, please electrocute me as hard as you can.
Well, VENGEURR's got that shield up too. And going versus the Galena, you gotta think VENGEURR's about to be able to put himself on match point. Can he do it without dropping a single map in the playoffs? I can't remember the round of 16 result he had, but he hasn't dropped the map in the quarterfinals or the semis. Dropping on it. Whoa. Wow. Okay.
Oh my god, that rocket, it doesn't even matter. That would have been a great escape. But never mind dropping a map. He drops right down and takes out RAISY. And this is for all the marbles. This could be the last round, Zoo. What are we doing? What's happening?
Dude, like, I'm not expecting this grand final to play out like this. 3 straight maps to VENGEURR. This is a hungry, hungry guy. I know he's been desperate for a Quake Open League victory. He's been really popping off on the scene. Italy was such a good land for him to finally show a really strong performance. And I think we're just seeing like the amount of confidence that's oozing out of this young star.
Yeah, and I'm getting it in my headset that he's only 19.
This is true. This is true. I've received the same information.
Players try and trade out some damage. Nothing really landing. VENGEURR will make his way back to rail to re-up and grab the heavy. We're about a minute in. Dual wield comes out. The trap is fantastic from RAISY, and he will finish off the kill. Unfortunately for VENGEURR, RAISY trying to put something together here. He doesn't want to go down without a fight. But here comes the refrag. VENGEURR with the clutch. Shield is out. The chase is on. And RAISY will actually survive.
Yeah, he's done well to hold on to himself. It's an awkward place for VENGEURR to have a fight just then. So he gets onto Mega. He's going to be able to get his dual wield back up. This is pretty sick for RAISY. I do expect us to go towards a tie-breaking round. Oh, a bit of drive-by damage. Rocket jump up, and he's going to want to pressure VENGEURR ASAP. VENGEURR, he's hiding away. Does not want to bump faces with RAISY.
RAISY has that mega position up in 3. Wow, there's the shield. Blows him away. Dual wield will get drawn out. VENGEURR makes the jump across a fantastic defensive rail, but he's still very low and needs to heal back up off of the items in the pillar room while RAISY will patiently wait on the heavy.
Oh, Tribolt misses. VENGEURR lands an incredibly good rail, actually. He's putting pressure onto RAISY. What? It hits like a direct rocket just then. He's down on the below. Shotgun. And the double shotgun blast from RAISY. That was a lot of damage with that gun. And how he still can open the taps up and get us a 5th round. I was scared for a second, though.
VENGEURR should have had that kill, but that his big robot body couldn't turn fast enough, and RAISY with 2 point-blank shotgun blasts in the back absolutely deletes him. RAISY waiting, trying to time that rocket perfectly. The rail will miss. VENGEURR just kind of spamming nails, seeing what he could do. Dual wield comes out, he might catch him out, and the shotgun will net him the round. Wow.
Shotgun work from RAISY's really sick, actually. Like, the amount of damage that he does with that weapon is unreal. We are going all the way on a Blood Covenant. VENGEURR can still shut down this map and this grand final if he's able to take it, but RAISY's looking for an end to this series.
Pops dual wield immediately. Doesn't get a lot of damage out of it, but will win the heavy. And yeah, the shotgun work from RAISY is absolutely disgusting, making Kurt Cobain himself jealous as he's going to drop down to this 50 shard. And the onslaught from VENGEURR is good. The damage not so much, but the pressure there enough to push RAISY back through the telly towards heavy machine gun.
Up across banana. VENGEURR's actually spotted him out. We've got the dual wield. Rocket meets him on the walls. Now VENGEURR has got a chance to extend. He's got some wind in his sails, light armor, mega health, not looking too bad. Probably needs a little bit more than this. Oh, there's a heavy. Tempting. Is RAISY around? Apparently not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be a negative creep here, but RAISY needs to get it together. VENGEURR looking to close this out and become the champion. 2 champion frags away from doing so.
Sure, he spotted him just there. VENGEURR looks like he's just focusing on his strafe at that point. I mean, it was a really nice strafe, to be fair.
Oh, there's the shield from around the corner. Totem, no.
Blown the hell up. We have got clutch bots on the go at the moment. Then 40. Whoever wins this one, I'm gonna put this fight. I think I'm gonna put as a big favorite to win the map.
Yeah, this is it. Down to 2 clutches. Tokyo drifting. VENGEURR will pop his shield. The LG will keep him out, and we have some shield on shield action. Who's gonna crack first? VENGEURR trying to make something happen with those rockets, but he won't. The shotgun into LG is gonna be so strong from RAISY. The chase comes up. Nice little pop to get away from it. He wants to restack, and he wants to hit the trampoline twice, which is also fine. Strategic.
RAISY got a whole bunch of hourglasses. RAISY's just figured out that. Yeah, he just figured out that VENGEURR didn't go for them, so he knows there's a window right now where he has shield and VENGEURR doesn't. So he's hunting after him. He's like, right, you've probably got like 5 or so seconds. If I can catch you off guard now. Well, now it might turn the other way because VENGEURR's just got his shield back online. So we've had an interesting game of cat and mouse. Items back for both players. Very interesting.
Oh, here comes the shield push. RAISY needs to get away. He's going to grab these hourglasses, and that's actually going to give him shield back.
This is a really interesting sort of race around the map for the hourglasses, running away from the shields, activating the shields at the right time, landing those important shots. Shield up for RAISY. Can he finish the job on this fight? VENGEURR is just running back and forth and eventually back into RAISY, and that is going to be 1 frag needed for RAISY in order to get a map up, to get a map at all in this grand final, should I say.
Yeah, VENGEURR down to the BJ, trying to win it all, but he has 2 champions standing in his way and roughly a minute 40 as well. Shield will be back up for RAISY, so he's in a good position. He could play defensively here. All pressures on VENGEURR to try and close this out. Can he rise to the occasion?
Yeah, mega up in a second. RAISY will hear where he is. There's the intel. Loads of intel. Missed rail from VENGEURR. You've got to be landing these shots. Okay, there's a good one. RAISY just trying to avoid the follow-up. Okay, wow.
Oh!
RAISY kind of choked up a bit in that fight, I've got to say.
And that was a peculiar move. And now with a minute left, we're down to a 1v1. And BJ versus Galena, I'm still reeling at that decision. He went full Paul Walker with that clutch and burst into flames. And now it's up to VENGEURR to close this out. And he can earn this Quake Open League championship right here.
Yeah, it's just that surprise damage from VENGEURR that totally caught RAISY off guard. And at that point, it's like, even using the shield right now doesn't put me in a good spot. VENGEURR moving in. Can he do it right here? He's right through the teleporter. Just wants to shut down this game at the moment. But RAISY makes the great escape happen. And he's hitting now an important rail. That rail landed has suddenly forced some respect onto him. And now VENGEURR's got to clear away just as he looked like he was going to take down the final.
Yeah, VENGEURR needs to not be afraid to kind of slow it down. I mean, they're going to go into sudden death, and that's fine. He should try and get dual wield back up as soon as he can. That's a good rail. Misses with the follow-up. RAISY missing one of his own. Both players missing again.
Sudden death.
But with these hourglasses, dual wields back up, and now VENGEURR's in a much better position to take a fight.
Close him down, which he gets rid of. Oh, he does hit a good rail. That's a really nice shot there from RAISY. He might be able to take it. RAISY just wanders through, gets the frag in time, and VENGEURR missed opportunity for him. We're going to go over to a map 4, but by the skin of everybody's teeth.
Yeah, that was crazy. That initial rocket pushing him into the corner. The follow-up rocket was fantastic. The push in with the LG tickle, and that'll close it out. And that's unfortunate for VENGEURR. It looked like he could have gotten an LG trap, but those rockets from RAISY so strong. And now we're going to go into RAISY's keep.
Oh,
That's got to be terrifying.
RAISY's keep is an interesting one, though, because although RAISY is king of this map, the only time RAISY has ever banned this map previously, or tried to avoid playing it, is against VENGEURR. That's the one person who he knows can play the map incredibly well, challenge him, and feels like maybe there's something that VENGEURR does that he's not clocked onto again. So I'm curious. I'm very curious how we're going to go down there. I suspect we're going to continue the same train of thought that we've had in terms of Clutch, Galena, BJ, but we'll see if there's anything else spicy to come up with.
Yeah, I feel like that lineup is pretty much a lock at this point for both players. Interested to see what the strats are off the spawn. Shotgun is probably going to play a big part in this. As we saw previously, RAISY's shotgun work, fantastic. 2 blasts melting VENGEURR's clutch over in the pillar area. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And I think he had like 35 HP too. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some wild things going on. Let's move into the champion picks. As you can see, guys, Ranger and Keel are banned. 2 champions that are pretty good versus Clutch, of course, which has made both these players all the more excited to play Clutch in this lineup. And RAISY's thinking, what do I want to combine? It's surely going to be Galena and Clutch. Clutch was a dead cert, but now he's thinking, Galena's not that strong versus Clutch. If I pick Galena, and let's say it's our champion remaining, and he's got Clutch, which he's pretty sure that VENGEURR's going to pick, what else can I pick? And he doesn't seem entirely certain, so it looks like Galena will be it in the end. But I suspect that's his thoughts.
I think, if anything, he was probably using that time to kind of settle down. There's no need to jump back into it. He is on the back foot. He needs to win this map, so maybe just letting the seconds tick down, give him some breathing room, mentally reset.
Okay.
He just came off a very close game. So anytime that you can get to kind of reset and take a break is always a good thing.
Yep, for sure. I wonder, though, if VENGEURR maybe missed his biggest opportunity to shut down the grand final. He just lost his first map of the day. Yes, he did play Cypher and Cooler before this. So RAISY, the only one to cause damage to VENGEURR yet. Let's see if he can do some more. The grand final continues now on map 4, Corrupted Keep.
Yeah, and we'll see if the best of 5 is his kryptonite here as the early dual wield shotgun and dual LG comes out. VENGEURR around the corner with the, wow, Elmers. And absolutely melts him, but RAISY on the clutch, and we know how well he can refrag. Needs to be careful here. Shield finally pops out. Why did he drop? But VENGEURR doesn't even care.
This LG, like, what is going on? Like, VENGEURR's LG versus RAISY's BJ, and then, I mean, even versus the clutch, you gotta say, what the hell is powering this man?
Powered by Duracell, it looks like. Is that electricity is absolutely insane. Now RAISY's trapped. The machine gun will net him an escape as he does decent damage, but that rocket will actually push VENGEURR closer, but he's not going to go around the corner. Playing it slow. Does have the advantage, doesn't need to blow his load too early. Dual wield is back, and he's like, hey, there's a heavy here. Maybe I should grab this one.
There it is. He's kind of grounded himself a little bit, you know? Being sensible, not going in too aggressive. But now RAISY might give him a reason to be a bit more aggressive. Finds him down the bottom, but can't finish the job, and now running short of LG ammo. Shut down a totem. There's another totem on the side. There's the totem infrastructure now mostly eliminated.
Oh, RAISY tries to jump up in the air, and the LG will absolutely deny him, and surely the tickle is enough, and VENGEURR will take him down. And that is a first round for VENGEURR. Could be angry. He could be like, how dare you delay my championship victory?
Well, he's getting back on it quickly, you can say. He's not letting himself get concerned or anxious about the possibilities of winning it anymore. And VENGEURR knows he's so good at this map. And again, he's dealing with RAISY really well. LG is just going to win it. And normally RAISY can make it work versus players with the shotgun rush, but it's not working versus VENGEURR. Here comes the rush, though, with the shield up the bounce pad, but RAISY does take him out this time.
Yeah, RAISY gets the better of him on that refrag with the clutch, grabbing those time shards, which is super important. He's going to make his way over to the other ones as well. As the rockets fly in, VENGEURR from behind with the mining drill actually pushes him into the Mega, but 30 HP. You wouldn't even know that he grabbed it. Heavy will go to RAISY as well, but he's still so hurt. VENGEURR has to be upset with how that played out.
Yeah, I mean, he nearly had him. There could be a bit of a turnaround now because the shield's back up. VENGEURR, he's going to use his movement skills of this champion to try and escape that. If he's successfully done so and hit a good rocket, now going in with the lightning gun himself, cleans up the kill. And he's going to have his shield back up in a second. Mega's also about to spawn. He might even have time to go over towards the heavy. This has got to be it. He's going to take him down. That is going to be one more round of VENGEURR. We're spending barely any seconds in Corrupted Keep.
2-0, and he is one round away from being the Season 7 EU Elite Champion. Can he close it out, though? Because the bagels are for closers, Zoot, all right?
Round 3.
Let's do it, Fordy. Let's see what is going to happen now. VENGEURR just rushes straight towards Mega, gets that lightning gun on board. Something that RAISY likes to do is always go back to LG and try and just get that LG stacked up, because he knows he's going to be using it a lot. VENGEURR walks into the fight. Dual wheel doesn't work out for him. Fades away. Is in a bit of need of armor. Rushes, though.
Very, very fortunate that VENGEURR missed that jump, because if he would have landed on the platform a little bit more, LG probably would have been the death of RAISY now, as he's stuck over by this rocket launcher boneyard area. VENGEURR trying to get to him, melt him, and wow! That is, it's not funny, but it's always funny to see that animation as RAISY blows himself up. VENGEURR one step closer to winning and taking it all. Clutch shield comes out early, perhaps prematurely.
Really early. I think RAISY killing himself before then. It's like he knew he was at the end. He's going to run into the wall. LG out. The rocket jumped through, trying to give himself some extra speed. It's a good calculation from him. It's still chasing it down. Can RAISY get out of here? Rocket sent up at the top. LG just tickling a little bit more damage, and he rocket jumps from the bounce pad all the way back over and still trying to hunt down the clutch, but he just isn't sure where he's gone now. But he's just found another major item. VENGEURR's going bananas.
But RAISY did get shield back in that time. So although VENGEURR is in full control, he still needs to be extremely careful with how he attacks. As RAISY getting pushed back up that banana elbow area, and the rocket jump, he's going to hit his head, and that's going to delay perhaps the inevitable here, as RAISY's going to get pushed from behind again, still not popping the shield, trying to escape.
The pressure from VENGEURR right now, he's just not letting him go. He is constantly after him. He's not letting him get comfortable at all. Mega health is going to get taken, so there is shield available. VENGEURR needs a bit more damage. This has got to be so frustrating for RAISY. Just like, give me a break for just a second, please.
Yeah, but he's really fortunate to stay alive through all this. As you mentioned, VENGEURR just keeping on that LG pressure. Needs to re-up on rockets. He is running a little bit low on LG. Needs to be careful and keep an eye on that too. As RAISY will go up the jump pad, now he's stuck. Ooh, the shield comes out, and I don't think this attack will do anything. VENGEURR, and oh, the movement, and now he drops in, and the dual wield comes out, but again, the LG is not enough. He ran out of the cells, and the shotgun will do it. 7 HP, and VENGEURR is one frag away from being champion. 225s to work with. Mega's not going to be up for a while, and Heavy neither, so VENGEURR needs to be super careful with how he plays the next 10 to 12 seconds, and that's not going to help.
But he's got the clutch, and this is big against Galena. This is going to be really, really hard now for RAISY to stay alive versus this. Shield used, there's a rocket, there's another, follows it up with the mining drill. VENGEURR is going to be the Season 7 EU Elite Champion, getting the 3-0 on Corrupted Keep, and finally taking down one of these finals and getting that win.
That has got to feel good to get the monkey off his back and kind of just take it in such fashion, too. I know Blood Covenant was really close. Hats off to RAISY for, you know, putting the pressure on and making him earn it, but coming into Corrupted Keep, RAISY's Keep, and just stealing it away 3-0, that's huge.
Unbelievable stuff from VENGEURR. Honestly, I was thinking after Blood Covenant that he might be a little bit, you know, weak and tired, because it's difficult, like, being so close to a win and then get it like ripped away from your hands. But as I said, there's something special about VENGEURR. There's something special about VENGEURR when he goes versus RAISY. And although RAISY's come off some incredible performances at LAN lately, he still gets top 2 in this insanely stacked EU Elite Season 7. I mean, unbelievable scenes. I'll say it.
Yeah. Crazy games, crazy upsets all day. It was quite the Sunday roast. Yeah, congrats to VENGEURR, man. He earned it.
I want to quickly shout out to everyone. We have just finished Season 7. Season 8 signups are going to be up pretty much now. QuakeOpenLeague.com. If you are in North America or if you are in Europe, head over to QuakeOpenLeague.com and you can get yourself involved in either a Challenger division or Elite division. It does not matter what skill level you are, you can do it. So the QuakeOpenLeague.com. I believe signups will be they officially open tomorrow, but you should be able to start getting yourself involved. The check-in period starts on Friday through to Sunday. Make sure you get checked in. That is how you confirm your spot in the league to play the games. And hopefully we should have the schedule up as well incredibly soon. But hoping for some more sick games moving into next month. I think we can quickly glance at the brackets and see how this is all shaped up, though, in Season 7. Yeah,
we had quite the games. Let's take a look at that run. Take a look at that run.
Who did he beat? He beat 2-0 Bus Driver X, 2-0 Cooler, 2-0 Cypher, 3-1 on RAISY. RAISY, he had his own like difficult run. I mean, he had to get Pulse, and he 2-0'd Kilson, which I mean, there were some tight games happening in the Italy Esports Open there between them. Gets the 2-1 on Zron. Zron having actually a really good performance in the semi-finals. Thanks, Jahar. And obviously getting a map off VENGEURR, but there was something about VENGEURR where he was just super determined.
Yeah, you could tell he was hungry. He was cooking up something fierce, and it was delicious. He served up a slice of, maybe not humble pie, but I mean, RAISY definitely kind of got it handed to him. 3-1, 3-1. The 3-2 was very close. Came down to the last frag, and then 3-0. That is brutal.
Yeah, completely. And that's what happens on Corrupted Keep sometimes. It's warfare between these two. I know they both pick clutch all the way through the grand final, but that's what it's like between RAISY and VENGEURR. And I think maybe RAISY next time will look at banning clutch, because VENGEURR is trying to claim himself as the clutch champion of Europe, I'd say. However, though, 40, I think we are simmering to an end now. Have you got any final words you'd like to gift us here on this cast?
I think we're just about cooked. Big shouts to everyone at Quake Open League. Thank you for this opportunity. I appreciate it. Big shouts to all the players. We saw a lot of good matches. And like you said, go to Quake.com, download the game, and sign up for Quake Open League at QuakeOpenLeague.com. Why aren't you playing? Go play.
Word. Free to play. Let's get on it. Steam, Bethesda, net. Let's go. I'd also like to thank you, man, for joining. It's been super fun doing a Quake Open League cast with you. I hope we get to do it again. I want a big thanks to Jahar. Big thanks as well to Jahar on the production. Big thanks to Steve-O as well, sorting out those replays too. To everyone as well who played, and to you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed all the action over here. We'll be back for Season 8 really soon. Guys, have a good night and take care.